working on an amazing and interesting project. So amazing and interesting project. Okay, so if you're excited to be here and you love to, on this, I need you to give me your reactions. And when I say give me your reactions, how you want to react, you can give me your clap, all right? You can also, agree with me. Feel free to agree with me, thumbs up, if you want to love what I said, interesting. If you want to laugh at my jokes, okay, you can also laugh at that. You can also do what? Celebrate what I have to say or what I say. All right. So that is exactly how it's. All right. So apologies for that. I want to try fixing something here. So guys, um there are a couple of things we actually need to know, okay, before we go on. Okay, this session is going to be very interesting. When I say very interesting, I mean I cannot overemphasize on the very, okay? It's going to be very interesting, all right? And there is something I need you to do, okay, because while we are moving forward, all right, you will be having some materials that I will be displaying on my screen. Okay, yes, I'll be displaying some materials on my screen. Okay, and the projects we are also going to be working, I'll be walking you through that we are going to be doing together. All right, if you want to have the package of it, all right, so you need to fill the attendance form that is in the chat box here. Okay, you need to fill the attendance form that is in the what? That is in the chat box here. All right. So what exactly is Tenalytics business? What is Tenalytics business? So Tenalytics business, okay, is an organization, okay, that is under the main body, which is Tenalytics. All right. And the purpose why Tenalytics business actually exists, okay, is to spread the news. Yeah, is to spread the good news. Okay. And what is the good news? The good news is reaching every corners where the good news needs to be known. That is one. Two is also to give to you guys, all right, and also even to make you guys to be able to explore the power of AI, leveraging AI on your businesses, all right, leveraging AI on your what, on your businesses, okay, even finding a skill, in AI and the likes. So that is exactly why the analytics business have come to do what? I've come to stay. Okay, I've come to stay. So how many of us are interested in this? How many of us, are finding this insightful? Okay, if you are finding this insightful, just give me your reaction, please. Give me your reaction. All right. So interesting. So let's get started. Okay. There is no time to waste time. There is no time to waste time. So we have an interesting project, to actually do. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. If you can see my screen, the moment you can see my screen, I would love to get your reaction. Okay. I would love to get your reaction. Guys, can we see my screen? Can we see my screen? Can we see my screen? So I would love to get your reactions if you can see my screen, okay? So can we see my screen, guys? All right. So for today, all right, what we are going to be looking into is how you can actually build your own AI enhanced Excel dashboard that updates automatically. Somebody say automatically. That does what? That updates automatically. That updates automatically. Okay. So of course, it is very important we understand, the how it works. Okay. It is very important we understand, every detail about this. Okay. And I would love to encourage you, all right, to follow me closely on this. Okay. If you have your system around you, I need you to dust your system. I mean, just quickly dust your system and open it up, and we can do this together. All right. And also, if you do not have that around you, all right, maybe you're in transit, you do not have a system for now, or you are joined in with your phone or whatever. All right. What I need you to do is I need you to fill the attendance, the attendance form that is in the chat box, so you can get this material I will be using. Okay, you can also get the data sets, all right, that we'll be using for practice. All right, you can also get the recorded video, okay, of this session. All right, and some other interesting stuff that you would need to do what to get. All right, so now we want to look into transforming our data analysis workflow, okay, with intelligent automation and real-time insights. And speaking to you is Iwalabi Pius, all right? And, let me just give you a very brief information about me, all right? A very brief, introduction, all right? Yeah. So currently, I am a data analyst, all right? Just as I've said, my name is Pius, okay? I am a data analyst with over 5 years of experience, all right? Transforming raw data into actionable, business intelligence, all right? I specialize in bringing the gap between traditional analytics and cutting edge AI automation, all right? So my passion lies in empowering professionals, okay, to leverage AI and advanced data analytics to drive measurable business growth and streamline decision-making processes. All right. So I am big on training. I am big on coaching. All right. And I am also big on data analytics. Okay. Even when we now talk about leveraging AI in what? In data analytics. So currently I am a senior data associate at the analytics business, okay, taking generative AI for data analytics. Taking generative AI for data analytics. Guys, are we ready to dive in properly? Are we ready to go into the program properly? Are we ready to go into the projects that we have? All right, properly. So if you have a friend, okay, that you would want, him or her to actually join in, you don't want this person to miss what we want to do here now, okay? So I would encourage you to forward the link. Of course, you should have the link, all right? Just forward the link to the meeting to this person, all right? Forward the link to this meeting to this person, okay? So that you do not have to be the only one to enjoy the benefits of this program. I mean, of this current session, okay? Not only of this current session, of this entire program, okay? Yeah. So quickly do that. If you want a minute to actually achieve that, I can give you a minute to do that so you do not miss anything. So you do not miss anything. So let's get in. Let's get in. Yes, let's get in. All right. So let's take a look at what we call understanding AI. All right. Understanding AI. All right. Understanding AI in today's business landscape. Before you'll be able to leverage AI, you need to understand what AI is, what AI does, some AI applications that are being used. Okay. Now, if you now want to go into AI in data analytics, all right, then you need to understand some interesting tools that you can actually use AI, okay, for in analyzing data. So what exactly is AI? I know some people are very scared of AI at the moment. Yes, there are some people who are very scared of AI at the moment. All right. And what is, the fear about? What is the fear about? All right. So, sorry, I need to see what is here. All right. Robert, please just make sure you fill the form. All right. Yes, make sure you fill the form. Okay. If you fill the form, you will get every package that you are going to be missing. All right. So what exactly is AI? So as I was telling the story, so many people are actually scared of AI. And why are they scared? The reason why they are scared is simply because, okay, it is simply because they think AI will take their job from them. which can actually be true. Okay, which can actually be true. All right, which can actually be true. Now, there is something we need to understand about this AI. AI is not actually here to take our job. That's the just the truth. Okay, but it is here, all right, to make more sense to our job. That is exactly what AI is here for. AI is not here to take our job, but it is here to make more sense to our job. All right. So it is here, okay, to add more beautiful context to our job. It is here to make our job more interesting, okay, more interesting, all right, easier, all right, and even better. That is what AI is here for, okay. And how we are going to discuss about that. We are going to discuss about that. All right. So, what exactly is AI? AI is called artificial intelligence, which enables machines to learn from data, recognize pattern, and make intelligent decisions with minimal human intervention. Minimal human what intervention, and that is what we have come to do today. Okay, we do not want to, use human intervention, all right, to update our dashboard. We want to do this automatically. Once the data is filled, our dashboard is updated. Okay. Once the data is filled, our dashboard what is updated. Okay. So AI applications, okay, we have AI applications from predictive analytics to what automated reporting. AI is revolutionizing, okay, how businesses, analyze data and generating insights in real time. We are going to be doing something very interesting today. Something very, very interesting. All right. Now, let's go into understanding, what Microsoft Excel does, okay, and when Excel actually meets AI and how the combination actually does what, how the combination is very important, okay, which is a powerful combination of Excel and AI, a powerful combination of Excel and AI. Okay. All right. Raymond, I can see your comments in the chat box. So what you want to do is, um I will give you my number. Okay. So I give you my word. Okay. I give you my word. All right. If you miss, or if you did not see this, all right, just chat me up on WhatsApp. Of course, you are going to get you are going to get the package. All right. You are going to get the package. Okay. So just make sure you fill the attendance form. All right. You fill the attendance form. This is going to be to Raymond. All right. And to everybody, please ensure you fill the attendance form. So if by chance you did not get that, okay, I dropped my number just there, okay, and you will get the package. Just reach out to me if you did not get it. All right. Of course, I'm very sure you are going to get it. All right. So let's go on, guys. Let's go on, guys. So now, traditional strengths of Excel. All right. Excel actually can do a lot of things. It is used to analyze data. Okay. It is used for data manipulation. It's used for data entry. It is used for visualizing. It is used for data analysis. It can be used for a lot of other things. Okay. A lot of things. Right. Now, the traditional limitation is Excel, okay, cannot, all right, Excel, okay, cannot, only Excel cannot, work on automatic data refreshing. That is just it. Okay. Sometimes it can be time consuming generating reports. Okay. Of course, it has limited predictive capabilities, and of course, it is prone to human errors. And that is why, AI now comes in. That is exactly the point where AI comes in, which makes your data automated, all right, which makes, your reporting, all right, more efficient with respect to time, all right, which also has, some predictive capabilities. And there's something else, I will be showing you. Okay, even on this tool, you can automatically generate insight to present to stakeholders. All right, to present, to stakeholders. So, guys, let's go into it properly, right? So, the key benefits of AI enhanced dashboard. What are the key benefits? Of course, I already mentioned this. One of them is automatic updates. It updates automatically. Okay, intelligent insights. We are going to see that. All right, time savings. We are also going to see this. All right, and enhanced accuracy. So all of these four things. So this is what I'm trying to say. This session is far beyond updating automatically, and it's far beyond using Excel. All right, we are going to see these four things. All right, these four things coming into play. All right, in just this session. One of them is updating automatically. Two is intelligent insights. All right, and the tool we are going to be using, this AI tool we are going to be using, okay, will automatically generate insights for you. You don't have to stress about that. Guys, you do not have to stress about that. Okay. And three is it is time saving. Four is it enhances what? Accuracy. It enhances accuracy. Okay. So now let's understand the process step by step. The very first thing we need to do, okay, is to define our requirements. When we define our requirements, we connect to the data, then we configure our AI, which is giving is, some pro prompts. Let me put it that way. Pro prompts. Can somebody put in the chat box for me? Pro prompts. We are going to be passing in some pro prompts. Okay, when I say pro prompts, I mean, of course, I would have just said prompt, but I want our prompts to be a pro prompt. I mean, a professional prompt. All right. So that we are going to be passing into our AI agents. Okay. And of course, we are going to be deploying and monitoring our dashboard. The dashboard we are going to be building. So creating your AI enhanced dashboard is a straightforward process that combines your knowledge, your business knowledge with AI automation capabilities. Each step builds upon one previous, okay? Each step builds upon the previous one, okay, to create a powerful self-updating analytics solution. Yeah. So let's get started. All right. You need to, of course, identify our needs. Our need is to build a dashboard. Okay. Yeah. For Zentra. Yeah. To build a dashboard. Okay. And of course, we would have our data sets. We will implement AI and we will launch and iterate the process. All right. We will launch and iterate the process. So guys, yeah, we have, some AI prompts, something we need to actually understand. Exactly. Thank you so much for that. Samsung, your username is not showing here, and that is why I have to call you Samsung. Okay. Yeah. So we would have to give this AI agent a pro prompt. And what will be the pro prompt? Okay, it has to be specific. Okay, it needs to include visualizations for me to actually get what exactly I want. All right, and this pro prompt, you can actually get it. Okay, you can get it easily. Even with AI, you can get this pro prompt. All right, the pro prompts we are going to be using for, the prompts now, don't let me call it pro prompts. Okay, the prompts we are going to be using, for our AI agents in this particular session, I got it using, AI. All right. And what I did was, on my WhatsApp, I gave Meta AI a voice note. All right. Give me a prompt. All right. I made an advanced prompt that I'll be passing into my AI agent to build, dashboard and all of that and all. So it gave me, the entire prompt. All right. And it was good to go for me. So getting prompts is not difficult at all. You can use AI at any point, guys. You can use AI at any point. All right. So now let's get started. We don't have too much time. Okay, let's get started very quickly. Very quickly. So we have an amazing case study for us here. And what is the case study? Okay, let's assume that, Raymond, are you still here? Raymond, if you are here, give me your reaction. Just give me thumbs up if you are here. Okay, just give me thumbs up if you are here. And every other person's here. Okay, so you got a message. Of course, you got a mail. All right, and the mail is, congratulations, Raymond. Congratulations, okay, congratulations, congratulations, Harry, congratulations to you. Okay, you have just been hired as a data analyst at Zentra. All right, this is supposed to be Zentra. All right, Zentra Sales. Okay, a growing retail company with multiple locations in different regions. All right, your task is to analyze their data sets. Okay, to drive business growth by building a dashboard which can be shared among stakeholders. Now, I need you to note two things here. Which can be shared among stakeholders, that is one. Two is it updates automatically as well. It updates automatically as well. So these are things that our dashboard should be able to do. Now, after the end of this session, guys, that means you do not want to miss this session by any means. After the end, I'll be sharing you the link to this dashboard. Okay, you are going to be interacting with it. You will be viewing it, and you tell me if it works just fine for you. That is one. And two is it is going to update automatically, which we are going to do was we are going to test and monitor it. So, of course, you need to start small and then think big. The normal workflow is, oh, sit down, think of the AI tool you want to use. All right. When I was giving this session to Andrew, I sat down for like a minute or two. I was like, oh, what AI tool can I use? Okay. If I use this particular AI tool, it's will be able to translate it to Excel. All right. But I might not be able to update automatically. If I use this particular tool, okay, I might be able to update automatically. I may not be able to transform it to Excel. Oh, if I use this particular tool, okay, it will give me the chart in Excel and I need to complete the entire process, of which I was like, oh, if I should do all of this, which is more efficient, all right, which is easier to do, and in space of 20 to 30 minutes, okay, which can I be able to, leverage considering the limited time I have? Considering the limited time I have, then I decided to say, oh, let me sit with just one of these. Guys, you need to see my hand, okay? You need to really see my hand, all right? I was like, let me sit with one of these, all right, amazing tools that we have. Then I have decided to sit with just one of them. But before we go on, okay, now, you can use this, link to chat me up, all right, after the entire whatever, okay? And of course, I have the link here to download the data source, the data sets, not only the data set and some other things that are used in this dashboard. Sorry, in this, that will be used in this meeting, all right? So, and that is why it is very important that you fill the feedback form, that you fill the attendance form so you can get this material. So guys, once you get this material, okay, you can click on this link in this particular slide to get access to the data sets, not only the data sets and the prompts that we are going to be passing into our AI agents. All right. So the name of the company we are working for this evening is Zentra. And as you can see, all right, I have the prompts here. And I also have the data set for Zentra here. So I'm going to download these data sets, and that is exactly what you also want to do. Okay, so you can click on the data sets here. All right, then you can see download here. So I'm just going to download these data sets. All right, and instantly my download will begin. Guys, I hope you can still see my screen. My download is, oh, sorry, you might not be seeing that. Let me share my entire screen. A minute, please. Okay, just a minute. So I want to share my entire screen so you can see what I have here. All right, guys. So I hope you can see my screen now. So the moment you use this link, okay, the moment you use this link here, okay, it will take you here, it will bring you down here. All right, and here is the prompts, and also I have the data set. Okay, so what you want to do is click on this data set. Okay, click on this data set. All right, or you can use the options here. Okay, and download, and then you want to do what you want to download. So I have downloaded my data sets. All right, I've downloaded my data sets, and I'm going to open up the data set. Okay, understanding your data set actually matters. Okay, understanding your data set matters. All right, so I'm going to go to my downloads. Okay, and I am going to open up the data set I have downloaded. Okay, so let me confirm if that has downloaded. All right, minutes, please. Okay, so that has been downloaded. Here's the data set here. Okay, so I'm just going to open it up. Okay, I'm going to open it up. I need to understand what my data set is saying. Okay, I need to understand what my data set is saying. So here is the data set we are going to be using. Of course, it is a sales data set, all right, where orders are taken, okay? Then we have the date of the order, we have the region the order is coming from, we have the store type, we have, the product, category. We also have the unit sold, we have the revenue, and we have the profit that is made, all right, in these orders. All of these, information are taken down. So what do we do? Now, this means that, after building the entire dashboard, okay, if there is, okay, an order that is appended to the list of these orders, as you can see now, this record is, is from the 1st of January, okay, 2025, all right, so 29th of January, 2025, okay? So now, this means that if another record is being added, okay, if another record is being added, I mean, if another order actually comes in, okay, our dashboard will automatically be refreshed and updated based on what we have in these, data sets. So guys, are we ready to get into it proper? So are we ready to get into it proper? If you are, of course, ready to get into it proper, I need you to just tell me I am ready. So just use ready. Using I am ready can even Hi guys, it seemed like my network kicked me out. So can we hear me now? Can we hear me now? So you can just give me your reaction the moment you can hear me, okay? All right, great. So let's go on. Apologies for that. All right. Now I'm going to share my screen back. So I was asking you to just tell me ready. I mean, ready. Okay, if you are ready to get into it, just tell me ready. Okay, if you are ready to get into it. Okay, so guys, let's get into it proper. Okay, let's get into it proper. All right, now the tool I am going to be using, all right, is what they call the BricksAI. Guys, is what we call BricksAI. So I'm going to open up my browser. Okay, I'm going to open up my browser. All right, I'm going to open up my browser. All right, then that means I need to create an account. All right, so I'm going to open up my browser and I'm going to set up an account. So let's pass through Google. Okay, I'm going to visit www.google.com. All right, www.google.com. All right, so on this Google, okay, I'm going to be searching for, what we call BricksAI. So just search for BricksAI. BricksAI, that's the AI we are going to be using. BricksAI. All right, and of course, the official website is the bricks.com. All right, thebricks.com. That means you can easily pass through, their official website by just putting in www.thebricks.com. All right, so I am just going to open up this very first link from thebricks.com. Okay, then this is how it looks like. This is how it does what? How it looks like. Now, I can, get started. Of course, I am going to use get started. And why do I want to use get started? Okay. The reason why I want to use get started is because I want to connect. All right. I want to be able to make this dashboard updates automatically. Okay. I want to be able to use this dashboard, all right, to, I want to be able to leverage this dashboard, all right, on automatic reporting. I want this dashboard to be able to update automatically. That is what I mean. All right. And that is why I need to, get started. I mean, sign up. So here I'm going to use get started. Okay. I'm going to use get started. I'm going to use get started, guys. So click on get started and create an account. All right. And then create an account. And create an account. Okay, just a minute. So it is coming up. Just a minute, guys. So BricksAI is actually in the good works. All right, it's in the good works. So I'm going to create an account. Just a minute. It is coming up. Interesting. Now I have been able to create an account. Guys, I have been able to create an account. Okay, so let's build something great together, guys. Let's build something great together. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is, I want to connect my data. Okay, I want to be able to do what? Connect my data sets to this interesting AI tool. I want to be able to connect my data set to this interesting AI tool. So what I need to do is, if I use attach file now, I can choose from file. I mean, I can choose a file on my system. All right. I can also choose a file from my OneDrive. All right. And also I can choose a file from my Google Drive. Now, if I choose a file from my local machine, okay, it will not be able to update automatically. All right. And also, okay, there are going to be some form of limitations. So this is what I need to do. Okay. I want to upload that particular data set, all right, into my what's it called now? Into my drive. All right. And what I need to do is I can pass through drive.google.com. Okay. Drive.google.com. So just type in drive.google.com. All right. Type in drive.google.com. All right. Then open your Google Drive. And here I can click on new. Okay. I can click on new. Then I can use file upload. I can use file upload. All right. And what exactly is the file I want to bring into my Google Drive? The name of the file is Central Sales, right? Central Sales. Then I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open it up. Now the file, okay, has been uploaded. All right, the file has been uploaded. Now you can see the file has been uploaded into my drive. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is I will head back to Bricks. All right, then I'm going to use attach file. Guys, I'm going to use attach file. And that means, I have, all of these options to use. It is either I connect to my local machine, or I connect to my Microsoft OneDrive, or I connect directly to my Google Drive. So I'm going to use Google Drive here. Okay, I'm going to use Google Drive. Okay, though it may take a minute, to properly sync. All right, to properly sync with your drive. And of course, it will ask you, if you want if you want BricksAI to be able, to sync properly with your drive, your Google Drive. Okay, of course, you want to grant it the permission. It is very safe. So I'm going to pick my drive here. All right, my accounts, and the process is going smooth, right? Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is it is asking me for verification. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. I just need to accept this authentication on my phone so it can go smoothly, right? So it can go smoothly. All right. So this is just it trying to be safe, okay? Trying to tell you that, oh, there is, there is something that is trying to get access to your drive and all. Of course, it is very safe. So here, the verification has been completed. All right. The verification has been completed. Okay, just give it a minute. Of course, I'm going to continue. Okay. So now I am going to continue. All right, I'm going to continue. Just give you the access. You can see Bricks wants to access your drive, and now it can access my drive. All right. The next thing I want to now do, okay, is to pick this particular data set. All right, is to pick this data set and select it. Now, because it now has access to my drive, it will be able to see all data sets that are currently in my drive. Okay, and this is the meaning of that. Then I'm just going to use what? Select. I'm going to use select. All right, I'm going to use select. Now you would see that it is connecting, and now it has connected. It has been able to bring in this data set into Bricks. Guys, I hope this is interesting. I hope you are getting value from this. If you are getting value from this, I need you to give me your reaction, guys. Okay? I need you to give me your reaction. You can let your reaction fly, guys. You can let your reaction fly. Okay? So this is Bricks. All right. Now, the next thing it is asking me is attach a file. Of course, I've attached the file, and ask AI to build a dashboard. Ask AI to create a dashboard. And that will help me to the next file that I have in this drive, which is this, which is this. Okay, let me open up this thing for you again. So here is a slide, right? So just like I said, click on view resources to be able to get access to this, to this material that is being used. Okay, so if you have access, of course, once the material is sent to you, click on view resources here. All right, somewhere you are just joining in. Okay, what you want to do is, of course, it is very, very simple and straightforward. What you want to do is just make sure you fill the attendance form so you can get the recording to this session, and you can also practice, you can also practice it. So the recording will be provided, the data set is going to be provided, of course, the material is going to guys, apologies. That's network again. That's network again. So can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. All right, great. So I'm just going to share back. Okay, so you can see my screen. Is that now? If you fill the feedback form, you get this material and you get every other thing that should come with the material, which is the recording and all. All right, so now I want to open up prompts here. Okay, I want to open up prompts. Okay, so just open up the prompt. All right, just like I have said, the prompts that you are going to be giving, this particular AI, okay, is very simple. What you want to do is you just want to tell it to build a dashboard. Of course, I generated this using what? Using AI as well, right? Of course, you can give it any prompt and just say build the dashboard. It will, of course, build the dashboard for you. But there are some things I want to, I want it to put into consideration. There are some things I want Bricks to be, to put into consideration. Of course, I created it here. I said, oh, create a comprehensive sales dashboard for me, named Central Sales Dashboard with the following requirements. All right. This data source is the data I've shared with you. All right. And of course, extract the key performance indicators, okay, like total sales, growth, revenue, revenue growth, and the likes like that. Okay. Give me some charts that I want to see. All right. Also format this properly. Okay. And give me a layout. All right. Then the KPI summary should be at the top of the dashboard and all of that. Guys, it is very simple. To generate this prompt, I told you what I did. I went into, Meta AI. I gave Meta AI a voice note. Oh, give me, a prompt that I'll be passing in to, the Bricks, okay, to create a comprehensive dashboard for me. All right. Putting layouts into consideration. All right. Giving me the top, KPIs that are needed and all like that. All right. So that is exactly how it is work. It works. It is very simple. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to highlight from top to bottom. Okay. I'm going to highlight from top to bottom. All right, and I'm going to copy this. Guys, I'm going to copy this, Control C, okay? Then the next thing I am going to do here is I will open up my Bricks. So this is Bricks, guys. This is Bricks. And here on Bricks, okay, here on Bricks, what I'll be doing is I'll be pasting the prompts. So I'm just going to right click and I'll paste. All right, and here is the prompt. Now, let's see where the magic lies, guys. Let's see where the magic lies. I'm just going to click on create dashboard. Create dashboard. Now, importing data with AI, this is, it's trying to import data, all right, with the AI. The data is being imported, as you can see my background. The next thing is AI is generating, okay, as you can see, AI is generating. Please don't navigate away. Please don't navigate away. So we are just going to stay here and we are going to be seeing the process. The prompt is here, all right. Then this is telling me preparing data. After this, it tells me planning layout and blocks based on the prompt I gave it. Okay. Then after that, all right, it is going to create the blocks. The blocks are simply the placeholders where it is going to be placing the charts. All right. Now, it doesn't just stop at creating blocks. Now, it will also even generate insights, what to see regarding each of the charts that I have. Okay, to tell me which region is performing best, okay, and even how to even improve the region that is performing, least. Okay, give me some interesting things. All right, so now it is creating the blocks. You are just going to wait patiently, and I can tell you that this can be done under 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, this can be done under 10 to 15 minutes. I have done this over and over again. It doesn't take me about 10 minutes to just do. Okay, so it is creating the blocks. We are just going to give it, some time. As you can see, Zentra sales dashboard. Here is the overview. Okay, here is the overview. Now it is still, it is still coming up. As you can see, it is still coming up. Now it has been able to create some interesting charts, just as this table that I have here. Okay, so we are going to study all of these things after, everything is done. We are just going to exercise, some patience. All right, so let's just exercise some patience and let's study what is happening. The magic, guys. This is seeming like a magic, right? This is seeming like a magic. So let's just exercise some patience, okay? And all, okay? So let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. So creating the blocks. After creating the blocks, all right, it's going to generate insights. The blocks are still being created. Now you can see it is, of course, giving me some important things I need to see here. Sales by region, west, south, east, and north. All right. Sales by category. As you can see, the categories. All right. Of course, with the data points as well, the data values and all. All right. The top 5 products by revenue. Okay. The units and profits by store type. Okay. As we can see. So this is actually very interesting. So just exercise some patience, right? Exercise some patience here. Guys, if you are finding this wonderful, I need you to put something in the chat box. I need you to put something in the chat box. Okay. Just put number 1. Okay. Number 1. I want to know if you are really following. Okay. If you are really following. Wonderful. All right. You want to put, hey, Abdul Rauf. Number 1, then DAFULL. That is how I want you to put wonderful. Guys, wonderful. Wonderful. Number 1, then 1DAFULL. That's how I want us to spell our wonderful. So this is actually very interesting. We have a number of other tools that we can actually use, and that is why you need to stay ahead of the curve. That is why you need to stay ahead of the curve. Guys, AI is not here to take a job from you. AI is here to... Now, I am a data analyst. I can, say, oh, I want to build my dashboard with Excel. I want to build with Tableau. I want to build with Power BI. I want to build with Looker Studio. I want to build with some interesting other tools. But if I have a deadline, okay, guys, are you like me? That sometimes I would have a deadline, I will wait till, the last minutes of the deadline. I just want to cook something up together, all right, to present. So, sometimes you might not even have a headway. You just need to just do it and get it done. And that is where AI comes in, to improve our process, okay, to enhance what we have come to do, okay, to, just to make sense of what we are doing. That is why we have AI here. We have so many other tools, all right? But this is just an eye opener for us. So guys, let's see this. Let's see this. I hope you can see my screen, guys. I hope you can see my screen. I don't know where this mark is coming from, but I guess that is my that is my marker, right? But then let's go on. Now it is done. Everything is done. Everything is done. Now let's go and see our dashboard. Let's go and see our dashboard. Okay, let's go and see our dashboard. I have the overview here. It shows sales performance, trends, profitability with KPIs, product and regional breakdowns, and customer focused summaries. Okay, it highlights pattern across dates, and all. Now, this is the overall insight that has been gathered. And that is why I say AI has come to complement and also to improve. Okay, and trust me, this is actually very accurate. But when I say very, I cannot overemphasize on the very accurate. Okay, telling me that, oh, the West region generates the highest revenue, and if you go through your charts, you see the West region actually generates the highest revenue. By the side, you can see the key insights here. Okay, you can see the key insights here. Now let's go to the next. Okay, electronics dominates total revenue, contributing about 79%. That means, actions can be taken from this particular chart. That means that, you want to stock more of electronics. All right, you want to stock more of electronics in your store. So, it can also continue to improve. And also, you want to focus on these other guys too that are listed, okay, by improving. Of course, you can even tell this to give you some recommendations based on this insight. It's going to highlight the recommendations for you, and you are very good to go. Okay, so these are the charts. All right. You can see the store. Okay, the type of store that is generating the highest profits. All right. Now you can see the physical is generating more than the online. All right. That means, they want to also, look into how this online can be better off. That is just how, the mindset is. Now you can also see the top 5 products by revenue. All right, and the likes. So this is actually very interesting, guys. This is very interesting. And now let's go into the refreshing. Let's go into the refreshing before I show you one other last thing that is, very good to note here, that is worthy to note. Now, here is the board view, which is the dashboard view. Okay, here is the data view. Now I can view my data sets here, guys. I can view my data sets here. I can view my data sets here. Okay, and of course I can also export here. I can export to PDF. I can export to Excel. I can export to different other tools, right? But then now let us try out the automatic refreshing. Okay, let us try out the automatic refreshing. Now there's something I need you to note here so that you can also see it. The other count. Guys, what is the other count here? I want you to answer that. What exactly is the other count we have here? Yes, what exactly is the other count we have here? Okay, the other count is what? The other count is what? 118, right? 118. Okay, now it seems like the revenue is not showing. Okay, I can also give it a prompt that, also add revenue as part of the KPIs to be displayed in the what? To be displayed in the dashboard. Okay, but then I want us to focus on these other counts, all right, and some other things in the charts like that. So it seems like this is actually, it is still working on it. Okay, it is still working on it, though it could be network, all right. But then the number of orders made exactly, okay, that is 118. Now I want to add more data to this data source, all right, so we can see the automatic refreshing parts. Okay, so we can see the automatic refreshing part. So I'm going to go to the data. All right, then let me copy from, this is 118, right? So I'm going to copy from 101, or let me just add 4 more. So from 116 to 119. All right, I'm going to add this data. So what I'm going to do is I will select, just click and highlight. Okay, click and highlight the 4 records. I mean the 4 rows, the 4 last rows that we have here. So I'm going to use Control C. Okay, I've clicked on Control C to copy it. Then I will come back, I'll come back here to this particular record. I mean 120 now, 120, and I'll paste it using Control V. Okay, using Control V. Now you see that the record has been updated. Guys, did you understand this? If you understand what I did here, just give me your thumbs up. Okay, or you can just tell me understood. Just give me understood in the chat box, right? Yeah, just give me understood. Yeah. So what I did is, okay, similarly, what I did is I want to see how it updates. Okay. Initially, I was having 109 record counts. Even from my dashboard, you could see that it is 109. So I went to the data source, okay, to add more record. So I do not want to type manually. I just copied the last four, which is from this 116 to 120, okay? Sorry, to 119. Then I pasted it as part of the existing data so I can have. So you see that this particular 120 and 116, okay, is exactly the same record. As you can see, unit sold is 12. For this guy too, the unit sold is 12. Then like that, like that. So that is exactly what I did. I just copied from the data source and pasted so I can have more records. Okay, so we want to see how it actually updates automatically. I have added more data to the data source. Now let me go to the board. I'm going to go to the board. Okay, I'm going to go to the board, and now it is 118. Okay, it is 118. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to click on update data. Okay, update data. All right, then I can say I can use different kinds of update data here. All right, or I can say refresh or reuse dashboard. So if I say refresh insights, it will go through it again and it will give me what I actually need. Okay, so it is refreshing the dashboard. All right, it is refreshing the dashboard, this is refreshing the insights. Okay, but what I would have loved to use is actually update data. Okay, it's update data because I need to update, based on the data source that we have. All right, based on the data source that we have. So just a minute, AI is generating. Okay, AI is generating. AI is still generating. Guys, AI is generating. All right. Okay, so just a minute, AI is generating. AI is generating. AI is generating. So let's be patient about this. Guys, let's be patient about this. It's coming up. Okay, it seems like network is somehow breaking up. But just a minute. So I would have used update data. Okay, now you can see kindly wait until AI generates. AI generation is actually finished. Okay, so I'm just going to exercise a little bit of patience, right, while it does that for me. Now you're asking, there's a question here that says, does this AI clean the data before carrying out the data analysis? Of course. Okay, you can ask it to actually clean the data, but it may not be flexible using this particular AI tool. There are some other AI tools that can actually do that. All right, and that is why you need to leverage, you need to skill up in the use of AI for data cleaning. Okay, we have so many other AI tools like Quadratic. We have Julius AI. This is Bricks. We have we have a good number of them. Okay, good number of them. All right, and of course you can also leverage these normal AIs that we're already familiar with. All right, Google, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, okay, Meta AI, Chat GPT, Cloud, Grok, and the likes. All right, so that is exactly how it works. So guys, if you have questions for me, you can just use the chat box. Okay, you can use the chat box while I begin to answer question. Because we are actually almost done with everything. So it seems like network is lagging a bit. So we just have to be very patient with this. Okay. So is there an AI that can merge and make pivot tables? Yes, there is an AI that can actually do that. Okay, one of the AI that can do that is Quadratic. I hope I've answered your question. Yes, Quadratic. Okay, whereby you can easily, from one AI, you can just, it will merge data for you, and of course, it can create a pivot table for you, and you can begin your analysis from there. Okay, so how do you learn for a beginner? How do we learn, please? So guys, this is just the first part of the session. Okay, now there is a second half. And guys, this is the first half. In normal Champions League was played yesterday. Okay, there were two halves. After the first half, then the second half. This is the first half. So I will encourage you to wait for the second half. Okay, so that's your answer will actually be addressed in the second half of the session. Yeah, in the second half of the session. So everybody, I encourage you to actually wait. All right, for beginners, how do you learn? So it is very easy. Okay, it is very easy to actually learn. Very, very easy to learn. All right, so that is exactly how it works. So can AI also, can AI do the okay, can AI do calculated columns and DAX? Guy, this is very interesting. Abdul Fattah, that's an interesting question. AI can do everything that you can actually think of here. Okay, for it to actually, create this chart for me, I can ask, AI to create DAX for me, which is data analysis expression. Some of you might not be familiar with it. DAX are what we use, to perform some major calculations in creating our, KPIs, our key metrics, and all of that, right? So AI can do all of these things for you. AI can do all of these things for you. Okay. So, guys, it seems like my network is really creepy. Okay, and I do not want to start what I have here. But then, the moment I click on, update data, all right, and, append to data, all right, then that means that it will go into the data set, I mean the data source, and it will make every necessary changes to the data that I have here, I mean to my dashboard. And that is exactly how it works. You can see AI is still generating. Okay, AI is still generating. So that is exactly how it works. Now, there is one other thing I would have really loved to show you. Let me show you. Okay, I think that the guy is coming up. So this is one interesting thing I want to show you besides, automatic updates. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is, now, do you know you can even from this tool present your findings? Okay, so what you want to do is, you have designed your dashboard, you want to present to stakeholders and all, okay? Or probably, you have designed your dashboard, all right, and you want to do a short presentation to post on LinkedIn based on what you have done using AI for data analytics, right? You can just create a simple video, record your screen while you present your findings. And what you want to do is click on present here, okay? And now you can see Zentra sales dashboard, okay? I can move to the next slide, the overview. I explain the overview, okay? Then I move to the next slide. I, tell what my overall insight is and I explain this, all right? This is what we actually call storytelling in data. You tell story based on the data you have actually analyzed, right? And of course, these are good things that we also do here at the analytics business, okay? So, of course, the KPIs are here, okay? And we move on to the next slide. You can see the charts. You can also see the key insights. Because it is still generating, that is why I actually have this, okay? Then I move on to the next thing, the key insight as well, and the sales by the category, okay? So this is the key insight, this is the chart, right? The key insight and also the chart, okay? And so on and so forth. So you can see this is actually very interesting, very interesting. So guys, if you find this interesting, okay, I need you to just put interesting in the chat box. Just put interesting in the chat box. Yeah, this is actually very interesting. Very interesting. So I can present, instead of exporting to PowerPoint, instead of creating a PowerPoint slide from this, I can just go into, the room, all right, the conference room, and, and present what I have here. So guys, that is exactly how it works. Yes, so can AI perform the things Power BI can do? Yes, AI can actually perform what Power BI can do. And this is where this particular AI even gets more interesting. Do you know that this particular, there are some AI tools. I think one of them is, there are some AI tools. One of them is this particular one. If I remember the name, I will give it to you. You can, link that AI tool to your Power BI, and it can also do what you can do amazing stuff. Even in Power BI now, okay, there is now another AI tool that you can use, okay, where you can leverage AI on Power BI itself. How many of us have heard of Copilot? Copilots. So in Power BI, there is also AI in it. So if you cannot use the AI part of Power BI, that means you are, let me say you are about 20 years behind. That is just the truth. Okay. That is just the truth. Okay, don't let me don't let me okay, let me just say you are about 10 years behind. Okay, you are 10 years behind if you cannot use AI with Power BI. All right. So Copilot is an AI tool that is embedded in Power BI. So guys, please, I need to note this before I need you to note this before I hand over, to the second part of this. All right. Just like I've said, the first part and the second part. Okay. So this is the first half. Now the second half is going to be coming by, a team member of mine, okay, a colleague. All right. And of course, it's going to do justice to some of your questions here. All right. And of course, if you have more questions for me, I'll still be in the meeting. I'll be answering them in the chat box. Okay, what is the name of this AI tool? The name of this AI tool is BricksAI, right? BricksAI. And their official website is the Bricks app.thebricks.com. We have so many of them, right? So many of them. I've mentioned that earlier. So what you want to do for me is you want to make sure you fill the, the attendance form that is being sent. So if you check the chat box, okay, it's of course going to drop now again. You will see Deborah sending a form. You will also see Blessing sending a form. So guys, please fill the form so you can get access to the recording of this session. Not only the recording, you can also get access to the data set, the material that is being used, and every other thing that that will be sent to you. So that is exactly how it works. That is exactly how it works. Even with this AI, I can customize my charts. I can change the color. You can see different theme styles. I can select and the likes. So guys, that is exactly how it works. So cheers, guys, and I'll be handing you over to Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad. Are you here?
Yeah, hi Pius.
Yeah. So you can take over, please. Thank you so much. So
All right. Okay. So thank you very much, Pius. I personally learned a lot. And I hope we all here right now also were able to learn one or two things. Okay. So I hope you're able to learn one or two things. And more importantly, fill out the attendance form so you get all the resources that Pius used and the one I'll be using as well. Okay, and the one I'll be using as well. All right. So I'll share my screen and we are going to look at something very interesting because, guys, it is one thing to know how to analyze data or to know how to use AI, and it is another thing to be able to position yourself for actual opportunities. Okay, the job market is transforming these days. And if you don't know your onions, you learn a lot of skills and you never use any of them to any end. So let's spend the next, let's say 30 minutes max to cover this. Now, there is the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report. If you don't know what the World Economic Forum is, then you need to start going back to reading the
hi guys. So please, can we hear me? Can we hear me? If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Or yeah, interesting. So I think that is network. All right. So I'm very sure Muhammad will be back here. Okay. So depending on when Muhammad joins in back. Okay, Muhammad, are you here?
Yes, can
All
you
right,
hear me now?
clearly. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just a tiny little bit of skip. Okay, so as I was saying, we're talking about the future of jobs report, okay? The World Economic Forum that holds every 2 to 3 years. And the latest report is from 2025. And what this report is saying generally is that AI and data are the leading skills, okay? Davis, you're writing on my screen. Please kindly stop writing on my screen. Thank you very much. So, the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs is saying that skilling up in AI and data is the way forward right now. So let's look at some of the let's look at some of the data. So someone else is also writing on my screen. Please guys, stop annotating on my screen. Just let's focus on the screen itself and we'll be done with the session. Okay. So employers were asked that if you were going to predict what will transform your business between now and the year 2030, what would that be? And right at the very top, you have AI and information processing technologies. You have AI and information processing technologies. What does that mean? Simply AI and data. Meaning, if you know how to use AI, and you know how to use data, you are in a very good standing from now on. And I've included a link to the actual report. So by the time you get this slide, you can as well click on the link and read the full slide yourself and read the full report rather yourself. Okay, so AI is leading by a very huge margin. And in the same report, you also have some of the fastest growing jobs. And when you highlight them, you see they're hovering around data, AI, human resource, data, AI, human resource. And some of the popular jobs, okay, or courses that we read back in school. For example, I did mechanical engineering back in school. And you can see mechanical engineering is one of the top declining jobs right now. So which means you have to start looking for ways to pivot into AI and data to be able to become relevant. And I'll leave you with three formulas, okay? A formula, okay, that consists of three things. Number one is learn, number two is package, and then apply, okay? Learn, package, apply. The sad truth is you cannot leave any one of these things out. If you learn, package, and don't apply, you're simply saying, "Oh, I don't need a job, or I don't want a job." If you learn, you don't package, but you are applying, people will scroll past your profile because you are not going to have proof for what you say you know how to do. Then, if you don't learn and you package and apply, that's another definition of scam. Because tell me what you are packaging if you did not actually learn it. So you actually have to put your head down and learn. Then you package and then you apply. You package your profile, package your CV, and then you apply to jobs. That's how you get results. These are some of the salary ranges that you can earn in the space. Now let me go on to some people who have done this before and have gone on to get jobs. You have Joel, you have Vivian, you have Oluwadamilare, you have Ikmat. Now, I specifically prepared Ikmat ahead of our interview. That's another thing you get to benefit from Ten Analytics business. Whenever you have an interview coming up, you and you inform us, you get scheduled ahead of that interview for a preparation session. And that has gone a long way in helping all these beautiful people that you're seeing to get jobs. Okay. And I was assigned to help Ikmat prepare ahead of our job. And if you click here to see her testimonial, you hear where she was saying that, oh, it was as if I knew the exact questions that were going to be asked. Now, to the big question, what career paths can you choose from? What career options do you have when it comes to AI? What career options do you have when it comes to AI? Now, if you are ready to hear the options you have, type career in the chat. Type career in the chat so I know you're with me. If not filled out the attendance form, this is a unique opportunity to do that. you've not filled it out, this is a unique opportunity to do that. So type career in the chat if you are ready to know what career options you have. Okay, career, 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 brilliant. So let's get into it. Now, there are 6 career paths you can get into. Everything is AI, okay? It's AI driven. The first one is, let me pick up my laser. The first one is vibe coding. Vibe coding. Vibe coding. Now, vibe coding is if you want to build apps, if you want to be able to build apps, okay? You want to build apps and you want to build apps and you don't want to go through the hassle of writing codes, then vibe coding is what you want to do. Okay, vibe coding is what you want to do. You'll be able to build apps, you'll be able to build websites, but not writing any codes. AI does the code for you while you focus on the result. Now, AI video content creation is by now you would have seen on social media all these AI generated videos. Some you are easily able to spot it, while some you can't even tell whether it is true or not, whether it is real or not. But these videos can be used for several purposes. You can use it to run your own faceless social media page. You can use it to create ad content for businesses and get paid. You can use it to create branding for businesses and get paid, and so many other things. Okay, instructional videos and so on. Now, if you want to be able to do that, if that is what you want to be able to do, then AI video content creation is what you should be looking at. Then you also have AI automation engineering. AI automation engineering, and I need us to listen very carefully. I want you to listen very carefully. Shoaib Mustafa, you are annotating on my screen. Please kindly desist from it. Thank you very much as you do so. So I said AI video content creation. Now you have AI automation engineering. Now, AI automation engineering is you want to be able to build AI systems that can act like human beings. What do I mean? You see, when a CEO gets, very involved in their business, it gets to a point where you don't want to be the one picking phone calls to answer people to book a clarity session with you or book a consultation session with you. If you're a consultant, you want an assistant to help you handle your schedule, go through your calendar, book, help people choose a suitable time when they can meet you, handle your emails, even your DMs. That's an assistant. Usually you'd assign or you'd employ somebody to do that for you. But guess what? Individuals like CEOs and even business owners are now, instead of hiring human beings, are looking for people who can create AI agents that can help do these repetitive, structured tasks. And the one who builds these AIs are called AI automation engineers. And the good thing about it is that you won't need to write code. You would not need to write any code. You won't need to write any code. All right, you won't need to write any code. Now, then you have generative AI for data analytics. I'm not going to talk too much about this. Do you know why? Because that's essentially what Pius just displayed today. Okay, what you guys did with Pius earlier, that is essentially generative AI for data analytics. So, in as much as you still go through some of the fundamentals in data analytics, you cover Excel, Power BI, and the likes, you are also going to be going through some AI tools that you can use to analyze data. So gone are the days where you need to rack your head about formulas and the likes. Okay. All right, guys, confirm you can hear me clearly. Can you hear me clearly? Just type loud and clear in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Osato is struggling. Probably Osato's network is not that good. All right, fantastic. So let's go ahead then. So great. If you can't see my screen, it's likely a network. Okay. Can you see my, if you can see my screen, just type I can see your screen as well. So Abdul Rauf knows that it's from their own end. Okay. All right. So just try fixing your network. I think network has been very poor, generally lately, today, especially, even yesterday. So, but ensure to find, just move around the house, move around where you are, get a place where your network is stable. If you have an antenna, you can climb the antenna, okay? Just climb it to the top so that the network could be stable. I'm just kidding. Don't climb antennas. This we're in the night. All right. So, generative AI for data analytics is pretty much what Pius showcased today, where you'll be able to analyze data using AI. Then you have generative AI for project managers and business analysts. So, as a project manager or business analyst, your job is to get into an organization, help them manage their projects to see that it is successfully delivered. And this takes very manual tasks like documentation, meeting transcription, creating requirement documents from meetings, getting approvals and all of that. All these things are highly manual and they can take time on a normal day. Now, with generative AI for project managers and business analysis, you can automate these things and also leverage specific AI tools. I'm not talking about ChatGPT. I'm not talking about ChatGPT. Okay, you can actually use ChatGPT to analyze data. Um, but Pius did not use ChatGPT to analyze the data. He used a specific AI tool that was built for data analysis. So, um, that's such is what you'll be doing in for generative AI for um business analysis. And then finally, you have then cover HR use cases. Okay, HR use cases. Zoom user is likely just you. You just confirm now that they can. So it's likely from your end. Please check network. Okay, somebody should respond to Zoom user if you can hear me, so that Zoom user knows that it's from their own end. All right. Generative AI for HR analytics, if you're here and you're into HR and you want to start analyzing data around your people and you want to start automating HR use cases, then this is the career path for you, generative AI for HR analytics. Okay, so just to go into each of them starts from okay, sorry about that. I believe we can hear me now. I believe you can hear me now. You can give me a thumbs up or something. Just let me know you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you very much. So as I was saying, everything starts from the very foundation. Okay, so you're going to start from the foundation of vibe coding foundation and deployment mindset, all the way down to building a CRM tool using vibe coding. So you won't write any codes. You're just going to be using AI to do that and building actual products. Okay, and then you foundation. So it starts from the foundation and then you move all the way to actually automating social media workflows. All right. And then you can also go into automation engineering. This also starts from the foundation, okay, foundation of AI automation engineering, and then you work your way up from there. So you hire data friendly, you need prior knowledge. Same for generative AI for data analytics, which pilots does this evening. So you start from the front of data and generative AI, and then you work your way up to more deep data analysis. You have generative AI for business analysis and project managers. So you learn the normal project management stuff, but augmented with some AI tools like ClickUp AI, Notion AI, and the likes. Then you have HR analytics, AI for HR analytics. So very similar to the data analytics, but you'll be focused on HR use cases. Now, once you've learned, one of the things we've seen here at Analytics Business is that learning the technical aspects alone does not actually translate to results. You need very strong mentorship. And this mentorship is one of the tools that has helped us get results in terms of um, our students getting jobs after learning. So the first thing you'd do alongside with your technical training is CV review and revamp. CV review and revamp. So we'll show you how your CV should look like and also give you a template to work with to build yours. Then you have LinkedIn optimization. Now, there is a certain way your LinkedIn profile should look like. There is a certain way your LinkedIn profile should look like. So I'm just going to paste my own LinkedIn profile in the chat so that you can take a look at it and that would give you a good idea on how your LinkedIn profile should look like. If you've not filled out the form, do want to fill it out. Also shoot a connection request so we can start conversing on LinkedIn. And you can get to see some of the AI projects I've also built on LinkedIn and interact with them. Okay, so that's my LinkedIn profile link in the chat. You can check it out. So that is how your LinkedIn profile should look like. If yours does not look like that, then we need to start panel beating it. Then you have navigating the job market. Where do you apply to jobs? We'll show you all of those things. Then number 4 is interview preparation. If you have an interview coming up, all you need to do is to let us know and we'll do well to prepare you ahead of your interview. Okay, we'll do well to prepare you ahead of your interview to boost your confidence and put you ahead of others even before the interview starts. Then you have job reference letters. One of the things we allow you to do here as a student of Analytics business is we allow you use our brand on your CV and on your LinkedIn profile so that whenever you need to come back for a reference, you can always come to ask us and we'll provide that to you. You also have on-the-job support. Even after you've gotten a job, you can still reach out to us for help on that job so you can hit the ground running. During the program, every week, you have mentorship sessions. And then you also have Upwork optimization. Upwork is a platform for freelancing. So, and these AI skills can be marketed across the globe. So Upwork is a gateway for you to meet clients overseas and earn in hard currency. So we'll also show you how to do that. Some of you may already know Upwork. And what you say is, oh, Upwork is hard to get a job on Upwork. Well, what you don't know is that you are treating Upwork as if it is LinkedIn, or you are treating Upwork like Indeed. That's why you are not getting results. Upwork has its own peculiarities, and that's what we're going to in this aspect of the training. Now, it's a 2 month journey or 8 weeks, depending on where you're standing from or looking at it from. Okay, 100% online. And your classes are mainly during weekends, mainly during the weekends. Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sundays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. You build real-world projects and you do that under the guidance of an instructor like myself. And then during the week, we meet with you, but not practical classes, not necessarily classes, right? On Tuesday, it's just a check-in session to support you if you have any issues, you have any questions, especially stemming off of what you've done so far. We call it the support session, 9 to 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. You have that particular session. And then on Thursdays, like we are in Thursday now, you have what we call your mentorship sessions, 9 to 10 p.m. So right now, some of our students are in their mentorship session and they are discussing a very vital topic in landing a job, which is negotiating a salary. You must know how to negotiate a salary during an interview. Okay, once you're done with the program, you'd also get an ACTD accredited certificate to go home with, and this is a legit bragging right for you. Okay, it is a bragging right for you to be associated with the ACTD, which is the American Council of Training and Development. Okay, and anywhere you go with the certificate, um, you get to stand out. Of course, the certificate alone would not get you jobs, okay? The portfolio that you've built, the projects that you've worked on are the main thing. This is just a very nice thing to have, and it can be the separator between you and an equal talent in the job market because not everybody has this. Okay, so very good to have that in the bag. You can apply to jobs on so many job boards like Flex Jobs, Remote Co, WWR, Remote OK, Remote Team, Micro1.ai, Upwork, Wellfound, LinkedIn, Crossover.com, so many more. Some of them that I just mentioned are not even on my screen. So there are so many job boards you can actually apply to for remote opportunities. Now, this is Joel. From a teacher, became a tech professional. What did he do? Learn, package, and apply. Okay, he didn't miss any class. He didn't miss any of the projects he needed to complete. Did every single thing he was meant to do from his side, and he got results. Same as Bukola. What did she do? Learn, package, apply. And she was able to move from a non-technical background to a tech professional. Eniola, not Eniola, Ene rather, did the same thing. Okay. Currently works remotely for a company in Germany. And this is somebody with no tech background. Same as Judith, moved from being a carer to getting her very first tech job after passing through our program. So, what is it for you now? 5 steps. Pick one of the courses. Start building relevant industry-specific projects, which you'll be doing during the program. And then you want to start finding a niche. Find a specific kind of business you want to sell to or you want to get a job in and start pursuing. Then you also want to, once you've landed your first client, from there you scale up. Scale was what I said, scale up, okay, which is another word for expanding. So this is just another page showing you the job boards that you can actually apply to, okay, to get started. Now, the big question, and this is for people who are actually interested in getting started. So if you're interested in getting started, okay, we have our class starting on the 7th of February, and there is a heavy, heavy discount right now. Okay, if you're ready to get started, type start, type start, okay, and I'll walk you through how to get started. Ready to get started? Type start in the chat. Type start in the chat. Type start in the chat. So I'll walk you through on how to get yourself started so you can get yourself started immediately. So we have our next class. Okay, I can see a lot of start. Somebody even typed start in capital letter. That's fantastic. So for you to get started in any of the programs and gain access to all of the things that I've talked about for, okay, from the interview prep. And one good thing about the interview prep, I think it skipped my mind to mention it, is let's assume, I said the program is for 2 months, right? If your program has ended, let's say your program ended last month, and then this month in January, you are now getting an interview. You can still reach out to us and at no extra cost, simply because you've passed through our program, we would prepare you ahead of the interview. Okay, whether it's 2 interviews, 3 interviews, 4 interviews, and the likes. Okay, we will prepare you ahead of the interview. Okay, we'll prepare you ahead of the interview. So that is one good thing about it. Okay, and you also have access to your training materials. Okay, even after the program has ended. So your class recordings, your class materials, you still have access to it via the Google Classroom that you'll be using. Now, for you to get into any of these programs or to get started February 7th, okay, the full amount, the standard amount without any discounts is 250,000 naira. But right now, if you are on this call, if you're on this call listening to me, you automatically get an opportunity to take advantage of the 40% early bird discount. Now that 40% discount cuts down the price from 250K to 150,000. As if that is not good enough, you can split the payment into two parts, pay 75K now to get started on the 7th of February, and then latest March first week, the first week of March, you balance up with the remaining 75,000 naira. You can actually do that now, okay, to get started. All right. Now, if you don't have up to 75,000 right now, but you really want to secure the spot, you can make a small deposit of 40,000 naira, and then before February 7th, you ensure to complete the 75K to get started. If you can do that, um, you can still secure your spot right now. You can either do a direct transfer to the account details you're seeing on your screen, and in the chat box, you see Debbie posting the details. Okay, and once you're done, you send a DM to me on 0811-374-7156 or 0701-957 8847. Okay, so secure your spots and so you don't miss out on this unique opportunity. Okay, so I am open to questions. If you want to ask questions, this is the time to ask questions so we can take your questions. So I can see some questions in the chat. You can also raise your hand. So if you want to speak, I can allow you speak. You can raise your hand like this, click on the react button, and then click on raise hand. So I can allow you speak. Somebody asking, can payment be done on Monday? Yes, you can pay on Monday, but you pay 250,000 naira. If you're so shad, if you're fine with 250,000 naira, that's also fine by me. Okay. But if you're talking about the discount closes tonight after the session ends. Okay. How can those outside Nigeria pay? You can pay online. Let me give you the link is even in the chat. Okay. If you look at the chart, one of the messages from Deborah, you see here is the next step, and then you see the link to pay online. So I'll click on that link now so I can show you practically how to do that. Okay, let me just copy the link and paste just the link itself so you are not confused. So if you want to be using the link, that is the link. Okay, if you're outside Nigeria, you can come to the website and pay via the website. So when you come here, you want to click on open programs. Once you click on open programs, you scroll down, choose any of the programs you want to register for. For example, if you want to register for AI automation engineering, click on register to secure sports. Register to secure sports. If I click on that, it's going to take me to the online payment page. Okay, it's going to take me to the online payment page where I can actually go ahead and make payments. Where I can actually go ahead and make payments. So let's go one more time. So machine engineering. Okay, so I'm going to click on register to secure sports. Register to secure sports. So give me a second for it to load. So register to secure sports, and then you can you can follow the prompt. It's quite intuitive. Okay, once you click on the link, it should open at your own end. So I'm not sure, but I think network issues is plaguing my web page right now. Okay, so but yeah, you can pay on if you want to pay online. This is the website. Okay, just click on this button, follow the instructions. It's very straightforward. Okay, much straightforward. Okay, very much straightforward. So if you've secured your spot, you can send a DM. Is there an internship after the whole training? So we have an internship, okay, with one of our partners. So if you want to learn more about that, you can make inquiry. You can make inquiry. So if internship is what you want to do, then we have a partner that offers internship. Okay. But what I tell most people is don't waste your time with internships. Once you have projects that you've actually done, what you need to start doing is how should you position yourself for the real jobs? Okay. The duration of the program for me is 2 months. All right. It is 2 months, 2 months. And we operate fully remotely. Okay. We operate fully remotely. So all our tutors are located across Africa. So that's how we've been able to get some of the best tutors around to be the ones to work with you. Okay. And you are not confined to a particular location where you have to commute and then all of those hassles. Okay. And this is the same model we've used to help people like yourself get jobs. So it is tested and trusted. I mean, you can go through our social media page to see some of those testimonials. All right. So questions, 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 questions. And if you have secured your sports, type secured, okay, and send me a DM 0811 374 7156 or 07 or 070 or 0703 215 8619. So the choice is yours. Okay. So send me a DM ASAP once you have secured your spot. Questions, guys, questions. Who wants to ask questions? You can use the raise hand icon if you want me to ask you to unmute so you can talk to me the same way I'm talking to you right now. Questions. Who wants to ask questions? The discount ends tonight, okay? The discount ends tonight, all right? The discount ends tonight. The discount ends tonight, okay? The discount ends tonight, all right? The discount ends tonight. So ensure to secure your spot. Else, you're talking of the full price 250K if you come back to ask for a spot. Okay, so the discount ends tonight. So secure a spot. You can either pay 75K or 40,000. So not even up to 24 hours. If we make it up to 24 hours, okay, you would have too many people in class. Okay. So that's the idea. You have too many people in class. And when we want to work with crowd, we want to work with people um, want to get the results. Okay. So if there is, I don't know, 24 24 hours before that time, the slots are gone. Claribel, slots are gone. So is there a way you can even if it's not up to the 40,000, okay? Even if it's not up to the 40,000, just to hold down your spot and then you balance up to the 75K before the program starts. That's the most important thing. Before the program starts, you are already up to 75K in, so you can get yourself started. All right. So, but if you don't secure the spot tonight, just prepare 250K, okay? And if you go to our page, this time last year our prices we're not up to 250K. Okay, so things are going up. All right, things are going up. Um, everything is going up. Can you go over the payments using the link again? So Stephanie, just click on this link. Okay, click on this link. I've put it in the chat. So if you click on that link, it's going to take you to this page. Okay, it's going to take you to this page. All right, let me go back. So it's going to take you to this page where you can select any of the courses you want. Just click on register to secure spot. When you click on register to secure spot, it's going to take you here where you can now fill in your details. You type in your name. So um, let me type your name. What's your name again? What's that question? Stephanie. So let me say Stephanie. Stephanie. So you type your name here. I don't know what your surname is. I'll just guess. Let's say Stephanie Joel. Forgive me if I missed it, okay? So Stephanie at gmail.com. Okay? Stephanie at gmail.com. Then Stephanie, you type in your phone number, you type in the number of people you want to pay for. If it's just yourself, just leave it at one. Then you can select your cohort. So this is another thing. You can select if you are very smart and you still want to benefit from the discount, but you want to start in March, for example, you can click on March. Okay, so that when you secure the discount now, you have time to still come up with the remainder of the payments. So you can select March or February, depending. Then you select your payment plan. That's 2 installments. Then click on proceed to payments. Okay, I've not filled in my phone number, so it's telling me, let me just guess. I'll guess Stephanie's phone number. Okay, that's just a guess. I'll click on proceed to payment. So it will take me to this page where I can now choose to pay via bank transfer or via my card details, anyhow you want to pay. So you can see you can pay with Zap, you can pay with card, you can pay with transfer. So many people like transfer. So you just go to um, your bank and make the transfer. Okay. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you need any help, okay, just ensure to contact us via DM 0811 374 7156. Anything you do, secure a spot tonight so you don't miss out on the discount. So I hope I was able to walk you through that, Stephanie. Okay, so let me see. Is there any other question before I close this session? So we once I shut down this session, that is the discount gone. Okay, the discount is gone. So let me see. Are there any other questions? I think I saw somebody ask a question. Somebody asked a question. So, Okoyemi, have you secured your spot already? Have you secured your spot? Let me know in the chat. Have you secured your spot? Can you go over the payment? Okay, I've gone over the payments. Is the price for any of your courses the same? Yes, it's the same. I've already registered for AI for data analytics. I'll get started on 7th. Congratulations. Let me show you your flowers, Akon. Okay, that's your congratulations from me. Special congrats from me. Okay, see you in class, Akon. Um, we can send any amount tonight. I did not say any amount, okay? Because 1,000 naira is any amount, okay? So I did not say any amount, all right? So if you're sending anything less than 40,000, you need to first contact us. 0701 957 8847. That is the DM you should send to. So Shad, send us a DM to confirm before you go ahead. Else, send your money back to you. Okay? So 070195788847. 0701 957 8847. Okay? You can send a DM to that to confirm what is eligible. So sorry, my network has been terrible. Is the total discount amount 75K or 150K? It is 150K. you can split it into 75, 75. So 75 to start and then 75 in March. First week of March to be precise. Okay. So, and if you want to still spread it across, you can secure your spot now and indicate you want to start in March. So you have March to complete your 75K and then April first week to complete the remaining 75K after you must have started in March. Okay. So 0701 957 8847 or 0811 374 7156 0811 374 7156 0811 374 7156. Okay, or 0701 957 8847 0701 957 8847. Ensure to secure your spot at least to benefit from the discount. So we're about shutting this down. Okay, we are shutting this down now. So once it is shut down, the only grace you have is 12 midnight tonight. That is the only grace. Anything past tonight, then you can as well just prepare your 250,000 naira. Okay, so and nobody should call my name. Don't say, oh, the guy there's a guy, his name is Mohammed. He gave us a discount that night. Why are you saying the price is now 50? Okay, so I'll be the one to tell you I have not met you before. Okay, I didn't meet you before. So in order to avoid stories that touch, go ahead, secure a spot. Okay, and let us get started. Chill, let's get started. All right, so I think we have come to the end of tonight's session. If you've secured your spot, congratulations once again. Let me send you your flowers once again. And I can't wait to see you in class. Okay, and if you've not secured your spot, anything you do, don't let it pass 12 midnight tonight. Okay, do not let it pass 12 midnight tonight. That's the only grace you have. And I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you in class. If you are still here and you can still hear my voice, I also want to appreciate you for taking our time to be here. If you're still here, it shows your interest, shows your dedication. So go ahead, secure your spot. Let's get you started. Okay, cheers, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful night rest.